Hello, I'm the Patience Toad. Okay, so recently, a big YouTuber uploaded a thing called Help. Uh, I've watched a bit of it, and there are certain things in this video that I do not agree with. I browsed Twitter for like, I don't know, 10 minutes, and I saw people talking about how it made them really, really sad that these things were happening. But I do not agree with the video myself personally. I feel like this is a very much perspective thing. I'm sure there's probably many other videos of this on YouTube, so I doubt this will get any views, but I'm making it anyways. I want to just cheer people up. The little bit of people that I do see, I want to make them happier and understand that the world's not such a bad place. Don't get me wrong. Parts of the internet are bad, and they do suck. That's why you stay away from it. Don't sound your don't surround me. Hey, me too. They can't talk. Don't surround yourself with negative things. Surround yourself with positive things. Make yourself happy. If you're surrounding yourself with hate videos all the time, surrounding yourself with people that are just toxic, making communities that are just toxic, of course, the internet's gonna seem toxic. In Jacksepticeye's video, well, I mean, the video's right here. We can watch it together. I'm not gonna just say things that he might have said. I want to go based off of what he actually says. So I'm making a fucking react video. Alright? I'm making a react video to cheer people up. Congratulations. Thanks, Jacksepticeye. This is your fault.
Is it just me, or does it feel like the internet is just getting angrier and angrier all the time?
It's not just you, Jack. There's a lot of people that feel that way. And oh my fucking god. Okay, when I first watched this, right, I was like, wait, Jacksepticeye, where is he? He's gonna like appear, right? Like in front of the screen. And I was so confused when he appeared right next to the tree, like right here. It's like, what the hell? Also, there's a smiley face on the tree. Anyways.
I feel like I can't even interact with the internet the way I used to because it just makes me so anxious all the time now. Everywhere I look, everyone's just fighting with each other. Everyone's attacking one another. You go to a TikTok video and people are all like, oh, why'd you do stuff this way? Why did you do it that way? Why are you even filming this? What's going on? Like, it just feels like the fun of everything is kind of going away.
That is incorrect. Right? That is very much incorrect. Fun of stuff is not going away. It might be for you, but it's not for other people. For me, I'm having a lot of fun making my YouTube shorts. Unfortunately, I'm not able to make them right now, but I have a lot of fun with my YouTube shorts. It's like one of the really enjoyable things I enjoy. That enjoy a lot of times, but we don't talk about that. There are other YouTubers out there that also have really nice communities, like Sloppy Walrus X. Him is a big example. If you look at his fucking comment section on any one of his YouTube shorts, it's just people going bomba, or like just having a really good time in the YouTube comments, and it's always enjoyable to go into his comments and look and see what is there. Another person that also has a really nice community is, I think, Salty DK Den. I'm not 100% sure. But you know what? I could just go look. So if you go into Salty DK Dan's comments, right? They're all having just a blast, really good time. They're all loving and appreciative of the man's content. Of course, there's going to be some shitheads that are like, "Oh, hey, this part kind of sucks." But I mean, maybe not. Salty DK Dan's community and video editor are really good. Anyways, yeah, like, you just gotta make the communities. And also for bigger YouTubers, of course, there's gonna be more shitheads. It's a percentage. There's always that 5% you gotta watch out for. Just delete their comments. I've done it. Of course, there's gonna be people that are gonna hate me, but you gotta just get rid of them. Anyways, we keep going.
Maybe that's just endemic of like the bubbles that I'm in. Maybe it's just endemic of the stuff that gets served to me. But
Yes, that is correct.
but algorithmically driven content just kind of drives everybody to anger all
That's not correct.
the time.
That is not correct at all. I go on TikTok right now. I don't have anything really on my TikTok, but y'all can go look at it if you want. Anyways. Literal first video. Although I'm not an amazing Digital Circus fan, but first video is comedy. Second video, comedy.
Hello, sir. You've been outside of my house for about 4.
Right?
I was able to.
Advertisement. Oh, look at that. More comedy. Do not agree with Jacksepticeye's statement in the slightest. You surround yourself with your algorithm, and it doesn't go towards any specific way. That's just you going that specific way. Okay? Keep going.
Because it's so much easier to be angry about stuff and hate each other than it is to do anything decent.
That's also... I give that like a 5 on the trueness scale. I need to quote that more. That's a good quote. Okay, I do not agree with that either. It's easy to be nice. And it is also to be easy to be angry. But it's what you choose. Honestly, I'll be real. Back in the day, I did date this one person. And when we were dating, times where I would get angry at things. Because she would get angry at me. So, once we broke up, I came to the realization that, hey, getting angry, not always okay. It's never okay. Why would you need to get angry at things? There's no reason to be angry. Oh, you're only here for 80 years. What do you got to be angry about? Be happy. Have a good time with those 80 years. Enjoy yourself. Why are you going to spend those 80 years angry? And that's why I'm never really that angry at things. That's why I'm always a happy sack of shit. Because I don't want to live my life angry. Keep going.
Anymore? And maybe it's always been like that, but now is just the only time that I've started to see it.
I'm going to agree with this statement. I agree with this statement for the reason of, hey, the internet's always been a shithole. There's always been shitheads on the internet. There's always been toxic people in game lobbies, in servers, like Skype, if y'all remember that. Shitheads everywhere. There are really toxic people all over the planet. But you just gotta have to laugh at them. Laugh at who they are. If they're making these really toxic comments, just laugh at them. It's funny. Some of the things they say could be really funny as well. Don't take things to heart. I know everybody references the COD lobbies, but yeah, Call of Duty lobbies were toxic. I never played Call of Duty, but I've seen it. League of Legends lobbies, those were toxic. Want to know what we did? We laughed. You know what people don't do now? I mean, a lot of people don't do now. They don't laugh anymore. Laugh at these comments, my friends. They're just people that are trying to get attention. And if you just love and laugh, they don't get the attention they want. Instead, they give you a good day.
And maybe that's just me and my timelines and my algorithms and the things that I see from my perspective, but it just kind of seems like anywhere I turn on the internet now, if I spend any length of time on it, it just all seems so negative.
It'll eventually get that way correct. You have to understand, just because you get 10 videos that are happy and then that one negative video, don't let the one negative video ruin the 10 videos of joy.
It's just people throwing rocks at each other all the time. The internet was supposed to bring people together and do amazing things and connect the world, but all it's done...
And it does. The internet does bring people together. It does make fantastic things. And it does benefit the earth. Do you know how many people were upset when the Internet Archive got hacked? So many people were upset. Do you know how many people were happy when Game Freak got hacked? How many memes there became? How many different things appeared? People had a blast with the amount of content that was made. People came together and just made fun of the really, really weird stuff that Game Freak came up with. It's just occasionally there is anger. And don't let that anger take you out of the perspective of happiness.
Is seem to highlight the problems more. You would think having so many people from so many diverse different backgrounds and cultures that would be able to all learn from each other, but it seems like people just double down and sit inside their bubbles and throw stones from there. And that's not even mentioning how much violence and war is going on right now.
Alright, I don't like talking about political stuff, but there's always been war. It might be very hidden, but there has always been war. Yes, there is war happening right now. Don't get me wrong. You can cancel me for not being all over it. Yes, there is war. And it's very bad and very sad. And of course, we're going to want it to end so nobody dies anymore. But honestly, as a single toad, it's out of my power to really do anything. All I can do is spread awareness, I guess. But even then, I wouldn't say I'm necessarily the best candidate to talk about war. I am just here to make people happy. Other people can advertise the war, not me. I don't know who's about. I've not been keeping up with politics, because I'm not a political toad. I'm just me. I just play League of Legends. I just enjoy myself. Anyways, keep going.
That seems to just entrench people more in their beliefs instead of reaching out and having a heart and being more open to things. A lot of people have been, and that's great to see, but by and large, these things just keep happening over and over again. And that's not even mentioning like politics making people so angry and entrenching them into their own beliefs further as well.
Politics are a hole. I am at the tip of the hole. I'm like staring down at these people that are in the hole. The hole is bad. Very, very bad. Don't get yourself too involved with politics. Yes, they're a big part of your life. I get it. I get why you would be very interested in the politics that are happening. They affect your life. I don't blame you. But sometimes it's good to just relax and enjoy life without thinking about the politics stuff. Yeah, obviously you're not thinking about politics 24/7. I mean, some people are, but just don't worry about it too much. Things will be okay. Not everything has to be a political thing. Just like how not everything has to deal with astro signs. You're you. You're your own person. You control your fate. If you believe in fate. But you control yourself. You do what you need to do.
And just picking sides and attacking each other all the time. It's really difficult for anybody to go onto the internet these days and just exist without being dragged into something that's going on. And I think the common denominator...
That's not true. Yeah, people can drag other people down. But if you don't interact with these communities, you'll never be dragged into them. Just don't interact with the shitheads. Why are you interacting with them, Jack? I can tell. I can tell what you're doing. Just don't. If you see a toxic comment, just scroll over it. Just look for the happy ones.
between all of these
is people. And as generic as that sounds, that really is the humanity of it all. The lack of humanity in regards to some of it. And I think the most important thing to a lot of people, especially me, and especially the things that I've heard from my audience over the years, is mental health. And anybody that's watched me for any length of time knows just how important mental health is to me, because I've gone through my own struggles with mental health over the years and still struggle with my mental health all the time. I don't think it's something that you ever figure out and you ever get on top of, but you can definitely get better tools, get better help. And that's what I've been doing.
All right. Mental health. Okay. Mental health is important. Everyone has things that they've gone through, things that they do, things that's happened. And it's hard. I've been there. I know what it's like. But that's everybody. Everybody struggles with mental health. because life is hard. Life is not easy. Life is really hard. You ever play video games? You ever played that game Alive? Yeah, no, that's the hardest one of them all. But it's good to get help. It's good to find things that make you happy. Good to change lifestyles, to like try different things to maybe make you happy. But you just gotta try. Don't be scared. Life is scary. Very scary. But you just gotta try. I'm trying. I've gone through the bullshit. I know what it's like. Life is not easy. So, yes, you're struggling right now. And I understand that. I get that. I might just be a toad. But family members, people care about you. And they're also going through this stuff. So go give them a hug. They're also going through a tough time mentally. So go give them a hug. Go give your wife a smooch. Give your husband a smooch. Your child a smooch. Big ol' hug. And show them that you love them. And if you're alone, I'll give you a smooch. You got this, my boy. Or my grill. Whoever's watching this, you got this. You can get through this. Love you. We keep going.
I've been reaching out and getting help from a therapist for like 2 years now. I'm on medications for depression and anxiety to try and deal with my own mental health. So when people say that they're struggling and stuff helps them get through a hard time, I'm there with you. I know exactly what it takes, and I know how strong you need to be able to get over any of those obstacles.
And I'm always trying to find ways to help, to progress
I agree with Jack. Y'all got this.
things, to open up the conversation, to try and add funds to places that can help out, and trying to talk to the community all the time about mental health and making sure that it's not something that kind of falls to the side. And I've done it my entire career, which is why this year for Thankmas, I've decided to partner with Crisis Text Line and Samaritans, who are two wonderful organizations that deal with people in times of crises and mental health struggles to try and get them through tough times.
I think we all kind of like know in the back of our heads that people are suffering and people are going through this stuff, but I feel like it's time to bring it to the forefront, to actually verbalize it, to talk about it, to confront it, and try and help however we can. According to the CDC, suicide is a leading cause of death in the US and affects people of all ages. Suicide was responsible for one death every 11 minutes in 2022 in the US. And it's not just in America either. Every 90 minutes, someone in the UK or Ireland takes their own life as well. That alone is the biggest killer of young people.
Holy hell, the gap from 11 minutes here in the US to 90 minutes in other countries. Damn, the US is just struggling, but I don't blame them. You guys kind of fucking sucks. Don't get me wrong. I love a lot of things about the United States, but I also do not love the United States. I don't really have any opinions on how that can be fixed. All I think is we're kind of too far in the deep end. So that's not very good to hear. This is supposed to be a positive thing. Every other country, they got this. United States, fix your shit. DPT for president.
Under 25 and middle-aged men. According to the World Health Organization, more than 1 billion people are living with mental health challenges of all varying degrees. That's like an eighth of the planet.
According to the notes that I have here, in 2023, the US Surgeon General declared a national loneliness and social isolation epidemic throughout the country. And that's just...
You want to know why? It's because of the internet. Also, it's kind of hard to make friends once you get into your 20s that are IRL. Because if you go to a gym, right, a lot of the time, people in the gym are kind of scary. They're like big dudes. And it's like, oh, spooky. You go to the beach, and you don't want to interact with people at the beach. It's just a little weird. Just kind of sucks. You go to an arcade. I mean, there you can at least meet some people. That's cool. Arcades are cool. Because you share a common interest, probably, if you're here on the computer watching me. Comedy shows, apparently, is a good way to meet people. I learned that from a person. Hello, by the way, if you're watching this. I know you're probably watching this. I know you. Hi. Anyways, Yeah, comedy shows are great to go meet people, apparently. I've never done it. But I know that people are going to be lonely. That's why Discord exists. That's why Reddit exists, Twitter, to get people to interact with each other. But if you're interacting and there's toxic shit happening on Twitter all the time, specifically Twitter, I don't normally see a lot of toxic stuff on YouTube, even though I know there is. If you just keep surrounding yourself with toxic people, you're gonna get lonely. And it's not fun. Cabin fever sucks. Sometimes you just gotta go outside. Get some sunlight. I know that's like a normal common thing for people to say, and some people are like, oh, it's not that easy. It is that easy. Just to walk out the door and just go soak in some sun, go soak in some vitamin D. It'll wake you up. Go take a shower. Get off of Twitter for a bit. Get off of YouTube, off of TikTok. Go soak in some sun. It helps. I've been there.
Just in America, I'm sure that it's being felt everywhere. About half of US adults are experiencing considerable levels of loneliness. And unfortunately, with that loneliness comes darker thoughts and
that is correct. Another way to help loneliness is through events. Find I know Facebook is a terrible thing. I don't like Facebook too much. But on Facebook, there are events that happen. Go to these events. If you have the money to, of course. Money is a big thing. Money sucks. Fuck money. I don't want money. I'm going off on a tangent. Let's keep going.
depression and being isolated from people is just not healthy for our brains. We're creatures that are designed to go out and interact with other people. And when our only means of doing that sometimes is through the internet, it can be really bad. I've lived quite a huge amount of my career just being online.
Okay, so that statement right there is the whole reason why this video was even made. I shit you not. That right there is why he thinks the internet is so toxic nowadays. There's one thing that really gets this point across. It's that, you know, the 6-year-olds that were watching the Doherty dude, I don't know what the fuck his name is, Jake Doherty, Jake Paul, ASI, I Show Speed, Logan Paul even, and a bunch of the other shitheads on the internet that kids mostly should not be watching. Yeah, they can type now. They can post comments. They can understand stuff somewhat. And that also increases the amount of toxicity there is on the internet. So if you're surrounding yourself with toxic stuff, it's going to seem 2 times more toxic because those kids were raised on that content. Which is no bueno, no good. Fucking sucks. Yeah, that 6-year-old that was sitting there on his little tablet just having a good time. Yeah, he's like 15 now. Maybe not 15. But he's like 12, 13. He's typing. He's being toxic. He's being a little shit. You just gotta ignore him. You gotta pretend he's not real. He's a ghost. If you do that, you'll be happier. I promise. Just ignore the fucks. They're dumb. They're dumb. Really dumb. And you can tell when someone's really young too in YouTube comments. Majority of the time, by how they type, you can kind of just feel that they're too young to be on YouTube and on TikTok. But it is what it is.
I can tell you that it's made me angrier and sadder and made me feel even more alone than if I were out interacting with people. And that's not always easy, but it's something that I feel like we need to talk about and open up the discussion to.
Yep. Okay. So yeah, obviously if you surround yourself with that type of shit, you're going to be more sad and lonely and depressed and all that jazz. So don't surround yourself with that stuff. And don't blame the algorithm. It's your algorithm. You do what you want with it. If you want a happy algorithm, you can get a happy algorithm. If you want a lewd algorithm, you can get yourself a lewd algorithm. If you want yourself an angry one, you can get yourself an angry one. But don't blame the algorithm for your choices, Jack. I love you, Jack. You're a cool dude. You're a very sweet person. But come on. You got this. Surround yourself with something better.
And help people who can't help themselves. The point of this video that I'm trying to make is that community is key to all of this. Community and the humanity behind it, because as
Correct. All right. So, yeah, I'll leave it at that. All I gotta say, I don't agree with Jack's opinion on a lot of this stuff. I also do agree with some points. But all in all, just be happy. Surround yourself with happy things. Love yourself. You're a good person. For me, I'm a toad. I don't think I'm the most attractive thing ever. But I also think, hey, I can do things. I'm able to do things. So I'm gonna do things. I make videos. I animate. Just do what you can. Literally just do what you can. Taken straight out of the boondocks. Do what you can. Don't spread hate. Spread love. People need it. Sometimes they don't get love that day. You give them love. Somebody's being toxic. Just try to make a joke with them. And that's it. That's all you can do. Anyways, if you're here all the way at the end of the video, I love you. Thank you. I'm not doing this for views. I'm not doing this for engagement. I'm not doing this for any other alternative reason other than the fact of, hey, I just want people to be happy and understand that life isn't so bad. There are good things in life, you just gotta find them. I end my video there. Thank you, everybody. I love you. Peace.